On completion of this section, you should have good knowledge of the different types of mooring ropes and their construction, installation and handling of both synthetic fibre ropes and steel wire ropes, inspection and maintenance of ropes. The table shows the typical materials for synthetic fibre ropes. It can sometimes be difficult to visually identify the material ropes are made of. To help with the identification, you can try to get some fibres from the inside of the strand. Check that it is clean and put it into the water. If necessary, remove bubbles on the fibre. If it floats, it is either polyethylene or polypropylene. If it sinks, it is nylon or polyester. Do identification by a flame. Make sure that the test is made in a safe area and in a controlled manner. Take care to avoid skin contact with melted material. When you are installing or handling fibre ropes, there are some guidelines that you should pay special attention to. Uncoiling, 8-strand rope, sharp edges, chafing at chocks and fair leads, exposure to sunlight, heat, chemicals, sharp bends, mixed mooring, easing, snapback. During inspection, the rope should be laid out and the inspector should run the rope between his hands and examine about a foot's length at a time. Check the following criteria to help in determining when a fibre rope should be replaced. Fibre deterioration, damage due to external wear, cuts, chemical attack, paint, attack by heat. Wire moorings provide the most effective mooring system by reason of their low elasticity. That same low elasticity can also pose its own problem, particularly at berths where sea and swell, or perhaps passing ships, can induce shock loading to the mooring system. The problem can be overcome by attaching fibre rope tails, carrot, PP or nylon to the end of the steel wire rope by means of a Tunsberg mooring link or a Mondal Fairlead shackle. Carrot Maxi is the strongest of the three synthetic ropes. Because synthetic ropes are likely to deteriorate more rapidly than wire, they should have at least 25% higher MBL than the wires to which they are attached, and should be inspected frequently or replaced at regular intervals. OCIMF requires replacement after 18 months. Please note that OCIMF requires at least 37% higher MBL for nylon due to the fact that nylon loses strength in wet conditions. When tails are used, the shackle may cause increased wear on the eye of the wire, and this area should be inspected at regular intervals. A fibre rope starts to deteriorate quickly compared to steel wire rope, but the effect will normally not be noticed before a 12 to 18 month lifetime has passed, depending on sun, heat, chemicals, and of course wear and tear. The figure shows scan rope suggestions for mooring ropes for various classes of vessels. A wire rope consists of several strands, usually 6, laid helically around a central core. Each strand is made up of several wires laid helically in one or more layers. The only recommended constructions for mooring purposes consist of 6 strands with 31, 36, or 41 individual steel wires. The dominant material today is a drawn galvanized steel wire. Fibre cores are mainly made from polypropylene. This material has the advantages of neither absorbing nor retaining moisture, and thus eliminates conditions creating internal corrosion. The fibre core ropes should not be used when multi-layer winding is required, as the fibre cores are susceptible to crushing. Steel cores prove advantageous in severe working conditions, involving a low factor of safety, small drums and sheaves, high operational speeds, and wide fleet angles. There is no distinct rule regarding the use of fibre cores or steel cores, but steel wire ropes for mooring tend to have fibre ropes up to approximately 38 mm and steel cores above, due to the higher MBL on the bigger ropes with higher crushing forces. When you are installing wire rope, you should pay special attention to checking the diameter, de-reeling and uncoiling the wire, winding it onto drums, the drum anchorage point, that storage is in a dry place, field lubrication. Since wire ropes do deteriorate in service, regular inspection is necessary to assess damage to the rope and to perform remedial action. The following are guidelines with respect to the inspection of wire ropes. Bird cage, decrease of diameter, mechanical damage, kink, bends, number of wire breaks, break,